I wasn't going to make a video on this because it's so oversaturated on YouTube and Twitter at the moment, but I felt like a point needed to be made. It's not like I really know the people personally. However, I think it's really important that certain aspects be discussed. With James and Tati, I think their beef is just between them. And I don't really think that's any of my business, but there's something that's come to my attention that I wanted to generally touch on. I don't know if it is 100% true, but if it is, that is fuck the hell up. I am kind of hoping this is fake, because if it isn't, then it makes all of the queer community look like fucking predators. So let's backtrack a few steps. If you don't know what the hell I am talking about, then you are probably as confused as a blind chicken. Tati, who is a beauty YouTuber among other things, posted a video not too long ago talking about her problems and relationship breakdown with James Charles, who is also a beauty YouTuber among other things. If you want to check out the video, it's on her channel right now. It's called Bye Sister, and I think it had like 29 million views the last time I looked. She talks about the stuff that she did for him, how he wronged her, but it's more his behaviour towards straight men that got my attention, as I think it did for most people. Queer people will sometimes make jokes about turning straight men or women gay, just like men and women joke about turning gay. However, we don't actually try to fucking do it. Once we know somebody is straight, we move on. Now, he might have been joking about getting away with it because he's a celebrity, but I have seen other clips where he is purposely cracking onto, flirting with, and pushing himself onto straight men who make it clear they have no interest there. There have been a lot of people coming forward claiming he did this, and who knows at this point what is real and what is people jumping on bandwagons. Because we have seen all sorts of allegations coming out of the woodwork, but as Alex has said, there's no point in making this shit up because it muddies the waters. I have also seen recently that someone has posted stating that he is on Tinder as a woman. Okay, so here's the thing. You might want to be a woman, and if that's the case, I'm all for it. I'm very supportive of the trans community. I have trans friends, and that's not an issue for me. But if you do not want to be a woman, that's when the issue is for me, because you're using that little status as a woman to target straight men. And if that's the case, if this is actually happening, then the dude needs serious help. There's a difference between role-playing and turning someone, or attempting to turn someone anyway. If that's your kink, that's fine, but do not prey on straight men. It's not cute, it's not funny, and it's not okay. No way should this be okay. It wouldn't be okay for a straight man to do the same to a gay woman. So why would it be okay for a gay man to do it to a straight man? If this turns out to be true, I'm actually really going to be pissed, because it's messed up on levels I can't even put into words. If it isn't true, I'm going to be pissed, because there is no need to lie about shit like this. On that note, I just want to add that making up shit about a person who has been quote unquote exposed is not helpful. It muddies the waters, makes it hard to differentiate the difference between fact and fiction, and either the truth gets discarded with the lies, or the lies are the stuff that the people believe instead of the truth. Neither situations are helpful. I hope that James has not been able to actually prey on men in the real world sense, and that he learns from this. I don't believe in cancel culture, and I don't believe in just discarding people. Cancel them, they won't learn and grow as a person. I am obviously not referring to people who actually assault others. I hope that this entire saga grounds James and brings him back down to earth, where he sees himself as another human being who needs to respect other humans. You can't expect people to respect your identity and respect your sexuality if you don't do the same for them. Joke about it all you want, but don't do it to a point where it makes the person you're directing it at uncomfortable. Don't push yourself onto people. And most importantly, people, don't be a dick. Now, this last bit is going to be a bit of a side note. I've seen people are starting to talk about Jeffree Starr's old tweets regarding straight men. And I just want to say, like, I think context is really important because Jeffree Starr has come out in the past and stated that he used to sleep with a lot of straight men, and not in the way that James Charles tried to sleep with straight men. Straight men used to pay him to have sex with him and would hit him up to have sex with him, but wouldn't want anybody to know. And I think that's an entirely different situation. His tweets are a bit thirsty, yes, and unnecessary, yes, but you got to look at the context and the age and the person that Jeffree Star was at the time. The important thing to remember is you should judge people on their actions now, and if they've actually changed as a person, and I believe that Jeffree Star has actually changed since that time. He doesn't do a lot of the stuff that he used to do back then. He was very frank in his little documentary with Shane Dawson. So I think that's important to consider when you're looking at old tweets. I know for a start that if anybody had access to some of the dumb shit I used to say when I was that age, like on MySpace and shit, like I would be fucked. Like no one would hire me. No one would want to be my friend. Like, I think it's just something that we all go through, that at a young age we have these ignorant opinions and we do this dumb shit to try and get attention. And you grow from that, you mature, your attitudes change. In the past, I didn't understand what it meant to be trans. I didn't understand a lot of things that I do understand now. And I would hate for some of that stuff to be dug up because I'm not that person anymore, and I think it's important to keep that in mind because when you post stuff on the internet, it stays there for people to see and you can't take it back. So, if you're living on the internet, as most of us are these days, be careful what you put out because you never know when it's going to be thrown back in your face.